Wayne Rooney confessed he was unsurprised by how Manchester United handled Marcus Rashford before his exit. The 27-year-old forward joined Aston Villa on loan towards the end of the transfer window and will hope to finish the season with a flourish. Rashford has not played since United's Europa League win over Victoria Plzen on December 12th, only featuring in one of the last 12 matchday squads. United boss Ruben Amorim consistently referred to Rashford's efforts in training as the reason he was left out of his plans. "You can see on the bench we miss a bit of pace on the bench, but I would put Manchester United goalkeeper coach Jorge Vital before a player who doesn't give the maximum every day," he said last month. Rashford, who has 10 goal contributions so far this term, will hope to make a better impression on Villa boss Unai Emery. United legend Rooney admitted that he told his former teammate to leave the club earlier in his career and was not shocked by United's treatment of Rashford, having seen him training alone while the rest of the squad was in London ahead of their recent win over Fulham. "I went into Carrington on Sunday to take my kids to game day, and Marcus was out on the training pitch with the fitness coach," Rooney told the Stick to Football podcast. "But he was right over towards where the parents were walking past for the kids' games. I looked at him thinking how embarrassing it must be for him as parents walk past." He added, "I was surprised when this started over 2 years ago, but now I'm not. I've spoken to Marcus a couple of times, and I've given him my thoughts and feelings that he needs to leave the club, because whatever is going on in his life and at United, he's not the same. For him to have a fresh start, he needs to leave the club. The fact that your manager is coming out and saying that you're not training right is crazy." While Rashford has sealed a temporary move to Villa, The Guardian has reported that he has very likely played his final game for United, regardless of whether Amorim or another manager is in charge next season. The relationship with his boyhood club is claimed to be beyond repair, and Villa have a £40 million option to sign him in the summer. The England international signed a 5-year contract with United in 2023, following his stellar season at the start of Erik ten Hag's reign. However, it seems that there is little chance of Rashford being reintegrated into United's plans in the future, even if Villa opt against a permanent deal. Speaking about his decision to join Emery's side, Rashford told Villa TV, "I've had to choose somewhere where I feel my style of football is suited to, and can help them and help me rediscover and improve as a player. Obviously, it's only short term I'm here, so I want to make the most of my time here. And the only way to do that is by using my attributes and my skill set to help the team." After turning down the chance to join Tottenham Hotspur as recently as Friday, few would have anticipated Mathys Tel arriving at the club's Hotspur Way training ground on deadline day. But after an image of him and his agent aboard a private jet went viral shortly after 2 p.m, on Monday afternoon, it looked as though the deal had been revived, much to the frustration and disappointment of many Manchester United supporters. As reported by the United Report News on Sunday, Tel, alongside Chelsea ace Christopher Nkunku, was being considered by the Reds as an option to strengthen their attacking options ahead of the window slamming shut. Following their decisions to allow Marcus Rashford, Ethan Wheatley, and Antony on loan, United had left themselves incredibly short on attacking options. Supporters woke up on Monday morning dreaming of about a deadline day swoop for a striker. However, it was confirmed by the Manchester Evening News just over 4 hours ahead of the window closing at 11 p.m. that United would not be adding to the additions of Aidan Heaven and Patrick Dorgu, with the club looking ahead to the summer window instead. Naturally, United supporters vented their understandable frustrations at the club's hierarchy for failing to bring in a striker that head coach Ruben Amorim is so desperately in need of. It now means the Portuguese chief must make do with Rasmus Højlund, who is without a goal in 13 matches, and Joshua Zirkzee, who has 1 goal in his last 16 games, until the summer. Netting 1 goal in their last 29 appearances combined, United fans can be forgiven for wondering where the goals are going to come from. United spent a combined total of £108.5 million on Højlund and Zirkzee in back-to-back summer windows. Højlund arrived as a raw 20-year-old, and Zirkzee was signed 11 months later with a profile that did not resemble that of the seasoned goalscorer United needed. As a result of gambling more than £100 million on two players that have so far proven they are not good enough to spearhead United's attack, the Reds would have repeated that gamble, albeit on a lesser financial scale, had they have swooped for Tell. The 19-year-old has not scored a single goal this season and has previously suggested he is not an out-and-out striker, admitting in November 2023 that he is somewhere between a number 9 and a left winger. As high as Tell's ceiling is considered to be, United would have been paying a loan fee based on potential, not pedigree. It has been reported elsewhere that United considered the £5 million loan fee Bayern wanted to be too high. United may have been able to get a tune out of Tell and see him score the goals they are in need of, but they were in a position where they could not afford to take yet another gamble on an unproven striker. Tell has contributed just 1 assist in 14 matches for Bayern this season, last scoring in May. He has found the back of the net just twice since the beginning of April. Of course, if Tell hits the ground running at Tottenham and scores a few goals, questions will inevitably be asked of United for allowing the opportunity to borrow the Frenchman for the second half of the season to slip through their fingers. However, the recent gambles they have taken on Højlund and Xerxes mean that the next striker they sign has to be one with a proven goal-scoring record that can come in, rely on his experience, and hit the ground running. Captain Bruno Fernandes pointed towards Manchester United's continued struggles in attack for their latest defeat and admitted everyone is aware that they are short of goals. Head coach Ruben Amorim named a starting 11 without a recognised centre-forward as his side succumbed to a 7th home defeat of a horror season against Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace. Jean-Philippe Mateta put Palace in front shortly after the hour mark before the French striker added a second late on. But United were bereft of quality in the final third throughout, and Fernandes pulled no punches with his assessment as they drew a blank. Fernandes spoke to MUTV after the game and said, "We spoke after the games we won. We said everything we did in the past would be forgotten if we don't win the next one, and that's the case today. We need points in the Premier League, everyone is aware of that. It's a different competition, and we need to win. But unfortunately today, we didn't get the 3 points. We lacked a little bit of aggression to get into the final third, and lacked something to score goals. With the players we have in front, we need to have more goals and create more, take players on, and get chances from that. We did have some chances, but we didn't have as many as we should have. You build with results, and when you win games, you get more confidence. We won the last 3 games, and everyone was confident, so for us now, it's a setback, and we need to understand that we're doing some good things, and even today, we showed some good things. The result doesn't show that, but we can still achieve a lot doing the things we've been doing." United unveiled new signing Patrick Dorgu, along with Aiden Heaven, before kick-off. The Denmark defender, 20, has joined from Lecce in a £30 million deal, signing a 5-year contract. But they are linking up with a side sitting a dismal 13th in the Premier League table. Meanwhile, Marcus Rashford is set to complete a loan move to Aston Villa before Monday night's transfer deadline, with the England international not part of Amorim's plans.